Chat, what up? What up, chat? Grand rising, with another beautiful day. How y'all feeling today? Huh? Close to y'all. Get a little close to y'all. How y'all feeling today? Grand rising. It is the start of a new week. Let's see. What's today's date? June 9th. June 9th, 2025. Wow. Sometimes I can't even believe it's 2025. Time is really moving. Time is really moving. Time is really moving. So one thing I always be looking at like what national. Oh dang! Everything just exited right out of my computer. That was weird. Yeah, but Grand Rising man, how y'all doing today? It's Monday. I just want to get up here on the live man, just chat with y'all, see what's going on, how y'all living, how's everything going. Um, yeah, it's the start of a new week, So I'm always excited. New weeks always just bring so much. You know, um, Mondays is always just that fresh start. Had the weekend. Have fun. Went out with your people. All type of things like that. Oh, I heard them have some all that. Yeah, so it's Monday, like I was saying. It's Monday, start of the week, and yeah, I just like Mondays. After the weekend, we just get back to it. So yeah, Monday. Yeah. And the weekend was pretty good, you know. Weekend I didn't do much. Yesterday, I went to my son's game um, at Washington Park, and you know, if you're a parent, your kid plays sports. One thing that you want your kid to perform, you want your kid to, do well. That's why you put your kids out there. You go to practices and show up and all these type of things. You want your kids to do well. My son got hurt yesterday, so he sprained his ankle during the game. It went out first half. They only played two halves, but he went out the first half. But yeah, it was like it's one of those things. Like um, you don't wish that on nobody, and that's like in life. That's the only thing that can hold you back. So it's just all about bouncing back from it though. But as a parent, you don't want to see that. It kind of it hurts your heart to see your kid cry and see your kid kind of um, go through those obstacles and just want to win. Sometimes it's a lot going on. But the kids, they just want to win. They just want to be a part of, some success and be with their friends, things like that. And like that's what it's really all about. Sometimes you're not gonna. Most times you're not gonna win it all. It's not a lot of people just win, 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 win. It's a lot of losses in there. Um, but um, just being a kid, for the kids out there that's playing basketball and things like that, just being a kid and enjoying it. AAU has been that's one of those basketball. Um, it's a basketball organization for younger basketball. If nobody knows what AAU basketball is, and a lot of times parents and coaches are having the expectation, so high, which is not a bad thing, but have an expectation sometimes so high that kids don't get to enjoy the moment, enjoy the moment. and it would be so much like a job when it should be like a job, but you have to enjoy what you do first before it ever could be a job. And it be like it's like that in real life. If anybody that works a job, if you don't really like your job, you're not really so happy about going to work. You're not so key on like, oh, I gotta go to work. That's what I'm about to do. Like, you're not so. That's not the highlight if you don't really like what you do. So the most people like what they do. If they like what they do, they love going to work. They're like, man, I can't wait for to go to work. Because they love what they do. So it's just for kids the same way. They have to love it, and they have to love it more than basketball. They have to love camaraderie. They have to love. They have to love losing. They have to love winning. They have to understand what it means for both parties because you get something out of losing and you get something out of winning. So it's really key that we just, for us parents out there that got kids in those sports, just make sure that we're really um, showing love to our kids and making sure that they understand that, hey, we're with you, win, lose, or draw. We support you. We just want you to have fun. We want you to really just enjoy what you do um, and be responsible for what you say you want, because that's just building your character up for when you get into the real world and what you need to survive. You need to be, you know, all those things and more, when you get older. So, no, I think it's just for parents. We just want that. So, yeah, that was my weekend. Did a little bit of walking. Um, yeah, that's all I really did. Didn't do too much. Didn't do too much. Kept it real chill, real chill, real chill. What they say? So yeah, Monday, June 9th, 2025, and I'm gonna start doing more lives. If you're watching this live, like, share, subscribe. Yeah, tune into the channel. Yeah, I'm gonna be going live more. Just daily chatting. Just letting y'all, into the life a little more and seeing what's going on, talking to y'all about life things that's going on, things like that. So we're really gonna be turning this chat up, turning the channel up. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram. All Trader Realist ever. Everything is the same. So, but yeah, we're gonna be just doing this, just getting to life, like just staying in emotion, updating with life. The life updates every day, sometimes multiple times in a day. So sometimes we just gotta stay updated and just kind of understand what's going on in the world, you know. So yeah, day June 9th. You know, today, you know what I'm doing today? Today I'm focused on trying to get my T-shirt. I'm about to get my T-shirts out. So I had a website up, and I'm gonna redo the website. So uh, I'm going to start off just with some T-shirts. So for most of you guys don't know, a couple of years ago, maybe like 4 years ago, I had started a T-shirt brand by the name of All Income Matters, right? And um, very, very, very took off. Rest in peace to my best friend who passed away. His video shoot kind of really took it off of me. He had a video shoot, and I was outside selling shirts, and a lot of people was pulling up for the video shoot, and people seen the shirts, and one person bought the shirt, and then another person bought the shirt, and people just started to buy it. Started to really kind of take off on it on social media, kind of just kind of not say so far take off, but just get the traction of just people just interested in understanding the message, and wanting to buy. So that was just something that I always love. I love like just really talking to people, and selling something helps you talk to people. When you have something to offer. So um, yeah, the T-shirt was just was the opening gate, just to just start selling. So I'm gonna bring that back. I'm gonna bring that back. Already had the hoodies. I had a website up, just selling the hoodies and things like I said. But I'm gonna redirect all that and kind of just get it all in a different lane. But we're gonna start with the T-shirts. So today I'm just building it from scratch. I'm working on my logo. Got the logo now. I'm working on getting my things for my T-shirts because I'm probably gonna do some hand T-shirts where I'm gonna be hand printing them with a DTF printing, just to really just kind of just show like that you can do this. That's my whole mindset in life and even in this channel, and it's just you can do it. The motivation is really discipline, but the motivation comes from what you want. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know what you want, and you got to know how you can asset that out to the world. Like you want to travel, right? So you got to see what helps you do that. Like what helps those type of things come alive. So in this life, don't forget this life is yours. So you choose what you want to do. You choose what floats your boat. You choose like, okay, does this make me feel good? You know what I'm saying? Does this make me feel like something that I want to do? So yeah, always remember that you have a choice, and always remember, hey, you can do it. You just gotta, hey, know what you want, and then just start making those little steps, right? And yes, the big word the big M word, right? Money, right? We know that's the biggest word that comes to mind when we start thinking about doing anything, and then starting anything. We think about money, and access. So that's a true thing. That is a true thing to think about. But we have to start navigating through that. We have to start trying to, okay, what can we do and what can we control, and trying to make those things come alive before we say, hey, we can't make it happen. So um, it's really about just knowing what you want. Just know what you want. And right now, I want to do t-shirts. Right now, I want to bring the t-shirts back. Right now, I want to sell the t-shirts, because I feel like I love my brand. I love Never Stop, Never Lose. This is the brand. I love my brand. I love what it stands for. I love, how it came about, and I just love what it can do for the world. So this is something that is just it's bigger than apparel, but this is how we're gonna get it out to the people and just get people to understand the brand and understand that this is a brand of um, resilience. This is a brand of character. This is a brand of knowing what you want and not settling for nothing less. This is really just standing on what you want, standing on what you believe. So you should never let nobody stop you from being who you are. Especially if you're in a positive light or doing something that's positive for yourself. You should never let nobody stop that. So yeah, that's what I'm on. I'm on creating these t-shirts. I'm on just trying to get it right, because yeah, like I said, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be something that yeah, hopefully one of you guys buy a nice t-shirt, um and just support, because that's all life's about. Life is about just supporting, and just trying to see what you can do, and what you can't do. What you can do, you keep doing, and what you can't do, you say, hey, you maybe can't. So it's like that in life. It's like that, and that's the beauty thing of life. That's the beautiful thing, that you can do that. So but yeah, so like I said, today is June 9th, 2025. And they say it's National Meal Prep Day. What is that? Let's see, what is that? What is National Meal Prep Day? Oh, so okay, like prepping. Okay. See, they always and see that's one thing, they always coming out with something new, right? So you always gotta be like, what is that? It's National Meal Prep Day. Every year on this day, people come across the United States National Meal Prep. This day highlights the many benefits of planning and preparing meals in advance. It's a fantastic way to manage a business schedule and ensure that healthy, homemade meals are made when you need them most. Okay, so we kind of know how to what prep, right? Prep meal prepping is, right? So now, okay, how do we celebrate this? Let's see. It says host a prep party. Why prep alone when you can make a bash out of it? Grab some pals, pick up some fresh ingredients, and throw a meal prep party. Each friend can bring a recipe and together you can cook up a storm. It's all about teamwork in the kitchen today. Try new recipes, get adventurous with flavors of National Meal Prep Day. Browse the web or flip through the cookbooks for new meals ideas. Okay. All right. National Meal Prep Day. National Meal Prep Day. Get together with your people and make a meal. Okay. I like that. I like that. I never heard of that one before. That's the first time. I never heard of that one. National Meal Prep Day. Um, Today is National Donald Duck Day. Okay, we know who Donald Duck is. National Donald Duck Day. Okay. Say dress up in blue and gold. We're supposed to dress up like Donald Duck. Donald Duck almost look like an Affleck duck. They about the same, right? They both ducks. Right? Quack quack. Yeah, National Duck Day. Shout out to Donald Duck. National Strawberry Pie Day. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Yeah. So, uh, what's up? The breaking news. I gotta finish this on these shirts. So we're gonna get it going with these shirts. We're gonna get it going. We're gonna get it going. All right. Yeah, we're looking at these shirts, at the prices, and then once we know the prices, right, then we're gonna start executing on getting the money for the prices. You gotta know what you're doing before you do it. So research is very powerful when you wanting things, when you trying to do things. Um, Very powerful. You trying to get the oh Lord, that's a couple dollars. And so you got to stay on the budget too when you're starting out too. Sometimes you can't do so much. You just got to get what you can. You know. Nobody knows where she knows. This is what we do. This is what we do. Atlanta rapper sentenced for bringing stolen loaded machine gun into a hospital. What? Hey, chat. I'm trying to. You know what I'm trying to do, chat? I'm trying to. I was in my. You can be anything you want to be. Hey, y'all better. Hey, listen. You can be anything you want to be, man. I'm telling you, you could be anything you want to be. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody stop you. I'm telling you, you can be anything you want to be. You might have to sacrifice some things. As a matter of fact, not matter, you're gonna have to sacrifice some things. You're gonna have to sacrifice some things. But I'm telling you, you can do it. Don't let nobody stand in your way. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do something, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Because they trying to trick you. They just trying to see if you really gonna let them stop you. That's why when a lot of people say you can't do it, they just want to know is you are they that much important to you that you're gonna listen to them. You know, for real. When people label you and they say things, they just want to see are you gonna stick to that or you really gonna change that narrative. You know, that's all it is. That's when they say you're a bum or they say you ain't got it. They say you broke. They want to see is okay. They saying that, but is you gonna stay that? Is you gonna stay that way? Because that's when they really know that you really that. You know, and I understand, and I'm not trying to call nobody that, but that's just what it is. If you don't fix your situation, then that's what you are. For real. If you don't fix your situation, you are what they say you are. Yeah. So, and it's it's levels to this life. There's levels to this because you could be thinking one way and life be a whole nother way. You know, you could be thinking one way and life a whole nother different way. But you can do whatever you want to do. And I'm about to start this 30-day challenge. It's not even a challenge, a 30-day motivation that in 30 days, you're going to be able to change your life. In 30 days, you are going to be able to change your life. 30 days. Only if you want it to be changed. If you want change, right? If you want change, you're tired of your situation. You're tired of, saying you're going to do this and not doing that. You're tired of, checking out the race. You're tired of, not being the person you say you're going to be. You tired of, not feeling like you want to chase your dreams. I got you. We're going to start a 30-day motivation. That's going to go get you from being unmotivated to motivated. It's going to get you from believing to believing because that's the only thing that's stopping you. That's the only thing stopping you. It ain't the money stopping you. What's stopping you is just that you're not going to take no for an answer. The only thing that's stopping you is that you're not going to keep going and knocking at the door and keep asking it, asking. The only thing that's not stopping you is that you just not gonna. I'm going here, here, here. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. So that's the key of life. It's a way, even when they say it in a way. It's just how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Sometimes you don't want it that bad. Sometimes you don't want it that bad. You know? Sometimes you don't want it that bad. And that's when like in the mind and life, it'll play tricks on you because it'll have you feeling like some things are important, but They are important, but they be having like it feels so much to you, but you're not doing what it takes for it to feel so much to you. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing the necessary steps to be like, yo, this means the world to me, so I'm gonna move accordingly. And that's the thing. And that's the tricks that the mind plays. You know, the mind plays tricks like, okay, I want this, and then you get it, and then or you say this is stopping you, but in reality, it's not stopping you. You know what I'm saying? So like that's the that's the trick that the mind plays, and that we play on ourselves. You know, sometimes we fighting for things that we don't want. We fighting for things that we don't want, and then we not fighting for things that we really should be fighting for. Yeah, think about that. Think about that. Like we fighting for things that we don't want, and we're not fighting for things that we do want. Right? So it's like we sometimes we're in a rat race. Sometimes we just chasing our own tail. We just chase. Sometimes you gotta laugh about it. Sometimes you gotta laugh to stop from crying, to shake it off. But then sometimes you gotta cry to feel. But it's not about, you know, holding on and being in a place where you're not gonna be able to be you. And being you is by being whatever you say you wanna be and do whatever you say you wanna do. Do it. Do it. Do it. You only need 30 days to change it. You only need 30 days to change your motivation, to change you going from unmotivated to motivated, from going from not believing to believing. You only need 30 days. You only need 30 days. Because this thing is about really digging deep inside of your brain. Your brain, not your heart. Not your heart. Not your heart. And that's where we dig deep first. We always go deep in our heart. We like our heart, our heart, our heart, our heart. And our heart is overwhelmed because we put it all in our heart and not our minds. We're putting it all in our hearts and not our minds. So we are really chasing our own tails, and we're wondering why it's not working for us. And yeah, it can work for you a little bit. You can cover it up. You can be along people, and you can be doing things and having fun, and doing all these things that you be like, man, yeah, this is it. This is it. And still not be where you need to be internally. Still may not be. So that's the thing about this life is like you can be doing so many things, and you can be like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but it's really about what's going on inside of you. What's going on inside of you? What is going on inside of you that's going to be like, yo, okay, I can do it. Because it's some things that we've been through. It's some things that we still go through that is mentally stopping us from getting to the next level. It's mentally stopping us. So when we look at it, we have to really ask ourselves, what are we going to do? For real. And that's why this is a great time to talk about it on Monday mornings, Monday, because this is the start of the week. We always think of beginning, right? When we think Mondays, we think of beginning. We thinking first. We thinking beginning of the week, Monday. That's what we say, right? So if we think in beginning today, right? Let's think beginning. Let's start. Let's start. right? Let's start visualize this thing, right? Day one, right? We gotta do this, right? And what's my phone? We have to start taking the steps immediately. We can't delay anymore, right? We can't delay anymore. And when I say I'm speaking to you guys, I'm speaking to myself too, right? This is no, I'm going to be doing this along to understand and for us to all understand that this is things that we have to do to understand it. See, when you're learning something, right? Sometimes you have to be taught. So the person that's teaching you is changing the tire and they're teaching you how to change the tire, right? And what's going to happen is that once that person's finished showing you how to change the tire, it's going to be your turn, right? But to show you how to change the tire, I have to touch and doom, doom, doom. I got to do all that with the tire, right? So that means I have to be a part of this. So when you're teaching something and you want people to be involved, you have to teach it, and you teach it by being involved. You don't teach it as being somebody that's giving something to somebody. You teach it as being somebody that's being a part of something that's being given by you. You understand what I'm saying? And life, don't be too big. Don't ever be bigger than the program. Don't ever be bigger than the program. We all are human. We all are human. Don't be bigger than the program, right? It's levels to it, right? And we all going to enjoy it and we're going to do it and we're going to have fun with it, right? It's levels to it. But don't be bigger than the program, right? So it's 30 days to success. No, we're not even doing that a lot. It's 30 days to be motivated. It's 30 days to be a believer. That's what we're doing. We're not guaranteeing no success because your success guarantees on how bad do you go get it. And that has to go after you get into the zone of being a go-getter. You have to be a go-getter first to go get it, to go get the things you want. Right? You gotta. It's mind. It's mind over matter. You gotta have your mind right, right, to be a person to be a go-getter, and then go get it. It's separate levels to this. There's separate levels to this, right? You gotta be a go-getter, then be a person to go get it. There's a lot of people that's go-getters and they don't go get it, right? So that's what we gotta be, and that's just what it is. So on day one, acknowledge where you are. Write down where you feel or unmotivated. Don't sugarcoat it. Right? Think about that. Acknowledge where you are. Write down where you feel stuck or unmotivated. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Like right now in your life, where are you? Where are you? Right? If we talking to young kids, where are you? Where what you want to do in your life? Where are you? Do you know what you want? Do you know why you want it? Do you know what's the steps it takes to get there? And are you doing those things that it takes to get there? My young adults, what is looking like? What's the career looking like? Do you know what you want? Are you doing what it takes to get it? These things are where are you at right now in your life? Because right now is the beginning, and we have to start from where are you at? What do you believe in? What don't you believe in? What are you motivated about? What are you not motivated about? What's your good traits? What's your bad traits? What's the things that set you off? What's the things that keep you calm? What's the things that make you laugh? What's the things that make you cry? We have to know where you are in life so we can know how to approach it all. Because there's not one thing that's going on with anybody. It's a lot of different things that maybe come up as one thing, but it may has million different attachments of why that is a thing, right? So we have to break a person down to know what are you and where are you at. And that's one thing that's a personal thing for a lot of us. Nobody likes to be asked what you got going on, what you doing, why you ain't doing this. No, nobody likes to be doing that. Nobody like that. That's a threatening type of zone. When somebody's all, oh, what you doing? You ain't doing what you got to be doing. Like, well, you know what I'm saying? They don't like that, right? So, and yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all sharing this to your people. Just if you know anybody that's needing some motivation, anybody that's not feeling like they themselves and kind of feeling out of whack, you make sure you send this to them. So yeah, make sure you like, share, subscribe, Yeah, we're just gonna get this channel going. But yeah, um, it's really about tapping into who are you, tapping into what are you bringing to the table, and not no, actually not bringing to the where are you at in your life right now, and we can sit for a second, and you can ask yourself, where am I in my life right now? Where are you? And if you have a piece of paper, right? If you write on this, where do you feel stuck? Where do you feel stuck? Because that's the core of all this. We have to get to the root of the problem. We have to get to what is that thing? What is it? What is it? What do you feel like is not working for you? What do you really feel is standing in your way? Is it you? Is it them? Is it that? What is it? We got to describe it. We got to put a name on it. We got to put a label on it. We got to identify it. Because if we don't identify it, then that means we're not um, fixing anything. We just, going with the motions of trying to, see what's what. But to fix a problem, we gotta know what the problem is. We gotta know what the problem is. To fix a problem, we gotta know what the problem is. Right. So as today is Monday, right, the beginning of the week, let's identify what is the problem. What is the issue? And if you say, hey Trey, ain't no issue, nothing is going on, okay, cool. So that means your life is good. You good, you right where you need to be. I have no complaints. See, I don't complain about nobody's life, and I'm only here to help the people that's feeling like, hey, I need some support. Hey, I just want to be motivated. Hey, I need that push over to the edge. Because I need it all the time. I tell my friends all the time, hey, man, come on. I'm gonna get up and go get it for sure. I'm gonna go get up. I'm gonna get up and go get it. But ain't nothing like that support. Ain't nothing like somebody like, yo, you can do it. Ain't nothing like it. But if it ain't there, I'm not saying it's not gonna make. I'm not gonna still make it happen. I'm not saying that. But ain't nothing. That is a sense of that is something that can really shake up a mindset. It can shake up a mindset, right? So um, we have to identify. We got it. We got to put it together. Because you can be doing something your whole life, and you realize at the point you be like, this is not even what I really want. You be like, man, I did it because I know I can, but it ain't really what I want. And it is and as I look at life, right, it's not so much of like you're failing something. You just are in a zone where when you are trained to do things well and do them at a level of elite, and you go do something and you say, okay, I put my all in it, and then you get there and you say, well, I didn't do a lot of these things because they told me to do something well, and this was the one thing in front of me, and I did that, and it led me to this. And now, and I got here, and I look back and I say, well, I missed a lot of things. A lot of things rubbed me the wrong way, and I said yes when I really meant no, and I did when I really wanted to say no, and I did a lot of things, and it didn't give me the sense of value, because in this life we want to be valued. We want our value to be up. We want to be acknowledged. As much as we don't want fame, a lot of people we don't want fame, but we want uh, to be treated as if we were famous. We may not want the paparazzis and all the cameras and all this notoriety on it, but we want the access, the abilities, the doors that you can walk through. that normal us regular we can't walk through right now. So um, everybody wants something, and even if it's just life, and if it's life that you want, if you want to wake up every day, right? If that's what you like, man, I don't want to do nothing but wake up. Okay, so we got to make sure that we're working on that to make sure that's possible as well, right? So just waking up is that's work. Yeah, I mean, you got a better chance if you're taking care of yourself to wake up every day than a person that doesn't take care of themselves every day. You have a better chance. Not saying that you still can't pass away, God forbid, before the person that's not taking care of themselves, right? Because we're not in control of that. But we have to give ourselves a better chance. We got to give us a better chance. So if you like waking up, then that means you should be a healthy, eating, living person. Everything you should do should be healthy. You should be watch what you put in your body, watching what you're doing, because you said you're focused on life and waking up tomorrow, right? So that's a lot of things. A lot of people say that and they think like, oh, okay, that's a way for me to do nothing, but not really, not really, not really. It's work for to be done in all areas. It's still work to be done because, like I said, if you want to make sure and give yourself a better chance, because it never can be 100%. But you can give yourself the best chance and stay healthy, shape, eating, sleeping, doing everything you're supposed to do right with your body, all these type of things, you have a better chance. You got a better chance. So um, it's all about identifying what it is and saying, hey, let's go, let's go. And everybody has something they got to be doing. It don't matter what the age, don't matter what the race, no matter what the identity, no matter what the gender, no matter. Everybody has an objective to do, and if you live up to it, hey, that's what you put in. And if you don't, hey, that's on you too. And you're not labeled anything for doing anyone. You're not the greatest person because you're doing. You're not the worst person because you don't. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. More people talked to me when I started doing more for myself and started applying myself. Less people talked to me when I wasn't applying myself. And I'm not doing this to talk to people, but I'm just giving you a gist. There's a lot of people that's looking for communication. There's a lot of people that's looking for people to say hello to them and talk to them and have friends and things of that nature. And sometimes it takes you to become you to attract the people that you need to know. It's not becoming anything that's not you. It's not becoming anything not you. There's nobody saying you got to go out here and get, a BMW or wear certain clothes or you got to go travel to these places. No, you can be you. You can be you, and people can be like, man, I like that person. People can be like, I want to be around that person, and you can just be you. You can just be you. So you got to really understand that you have to identify who you are. You got to identify that. So you can really live this life. So you can really like let's go. Like you really travel. You can really eat at favorite place. You can really do all the things that you say you want to do because that's what this life's about. This life's about doing what you want to do. This life ain't about none of that other stuff. It ain't about trying to make this person happy, trying to front for this person, trying to make it look good. It's about really being good. It's about really being happy. It's about really being happy. And you can't fake that. You can't fake that as much as you think you can, as much as you think, oh, I can hide it for like you can't because it's gonna show. And one way or another, it's gonna show that hey, this ain't what you want. This ain't what's bringing you joy. And I just want you to be happy. So I want people out there. I want you to be happy. I want you to enjoy your life. I tell people all the time. If you tell me when I ask you, hey, how you doing? You say everything is great. I say, okay, everything is great. But if I say, hey, how you doing? You say, well, okay, well now I'm in. Now we're gonna start breaking it down. What's going on? Okay, cool. All right. Well, what happened from this point? Let's start from the beginning. Blah blah blah. So a lot of these things that we talk about, or a lot of things we go through, It's like, okay, we're going through these things, but it's ways that we can kind of channel it to another position. We just got to be willing to do that. We gotta be willing. We gotta be willing to go through something and want to fix it. We gotta be able to go through something and be like, okay, this is doesn't have to be the end. This doesn't have to be like everything that is all off. This is what no, you can fix it. And some things you can't. Some things is just it happened and you know you can't fix it. But you can always fix yourself. You can always make a better you. You can always make a better you. You can always be the person you want to be. That's what it's all about. It's not about being nobody. It's not what your mom, dad, sister, brother, kids, nobody wants you to be. It's about what do you want to be because that's what's going to really make you happy. That's what's really going to make you wake up at 4 in the morning and go get it because you want it because it makes you happy. If you're doing it just for a check, you know, some people stay in it, you know, and still can survive because they know the check brings stability, check brings all these type of things. Yeah, but I don't want that. Even though something those things that you do to get to the freedom. So yes, you get a job, man. But as freedom, you want freedom. You want to be able to live your life. You got to identify who you are, and you got to identify what you want because you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. But you got to know its levels to it. So if you want to do something different, you got to start here, and you got to chop it, chop it, chop it, chop it, chop it till the tree fall down. You got to chop it, you know, and it's possible. So just be willing to identify what that is and let's go. You know, um, in life they always try to box you in. They try to box you in so much to be like, oh, you got to do this, this, this. You got to go to school and you got to do this, you got to do this. But that's not true. That's not true. The truth is that you got to be you. The truth is that it's so many people in this world and so many people doing the same thing that they just need you to be you. They don't need you to be nothing. Or they don't need you to try to do this. They just need you to be you. That's it. Just you be you, and the world is gonna be just fine. You know, don't try to imitate nothing. Don't try to no take on other people's problems. Take on other people's no. Be you, and that's what it's all about, right? So yeah, that's why I was like I said, I like Mondays. It's just a refresher to remember that. Like you have to put you first. You got to stay in it. Because in all reality, nobody's gonna help you the way you need to be helped. Nobody knows what you really need inside your head unless you really really tell them. Break it down. Nobody knows. So if you're a person that has a lot of thoughts and you're trying to make things happen, just remember that uh, you're the only one that knows. And if you don't tell nobody, then it's only you that can get you through the situation. And even if you tell people, doesn't mean that they can help you. It means just now they know about your situation. Some people can help you. That's why you gotta be careful with who you talk to. You gotta be careful of the conversation you're having because a lot of these people could be people that's trying to take from you. They can be taken from your situation. They can be, trying to say these type of things, but really see value in your situation. And you have to be careful for that. You have to be careful because this world is like that. But don't worry about being nothing else but you. Don't live for your girl. Don't live for your boyfriend. Don't live for nothing. Be the best version of you. Because that's when you're going to wake up happy. That's when you're going to wake up and feel like, yo, I'm feeling good. Life's good. I can do it. Let's do it. So don't 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 hold your hat on a lot of things. It's okay to start over. It's okay to begin again. It's okay. I promise you, it's okay. It's better to to begin again than to lose it all in the end. It's all good because you would. It's okay to begin again, and you can identify who you are. You can identify what is holding you back, and those are the main things to start. You got to know what you want. You got to know what's holding you back, and once you can know those things, then you can know what to refrain from and what to retain to. Once you know that, you know what to refrain from and what to attain to. Because now it's written down, focused, and now it's a clear image of what these type of things are. We are identifying right out the bat. What do I want? Who am I? And what's holding me back? So we looking at this, we're looking at a future, and we're looking at something in the past, right? So yeah, I just want to get on here. Like I said, yeah, like, subscribe, share the live, man. We're gonna be doing more of these. You know, like I said, we're just getting up here, just chatting, just giving you just a little more insight of life, and just trying to, just keep it going. Things happening all the time, and I know that. I really do know. I'm human. I'm not no guru. I'm not a person that does not understand. I have my own battles myself, but I'm doing what I love to do. And what I love to do is tell people, hey, the stove is hot. Don't touch it. Go out there and do something else that's gonna bring you joy, not burns. You want something to bring you joy, not burns. So you don't gotta touch the stove. You can go out here and live a life and just go chase what you want, and go from unmotivated to motivated. Go from a non-believer to a believer, and start to really change your life one day at a time. And don't take it more than that. Take it one day at a time, because every day is gonna bring rafts, and you're gonna have to adjust. You're gonna have to move to the left a little bit. You're gonna have to stand up. You're gonna have to da da da. And so every day is not gonna be the same. So I don't want you to move like a robot to think like, okay, we can do this and this. No, no, it's an everyday mission to keep it going and to stay in the race. All right. So yeah, make sure y'all like, subscribe, share the page, share the live. I appreciate y'all. You know the motto: never stop, never lose. How could you lose if you never stop? Peace.